adjusting time. Good afternoon and welcome to the USC Aiken Volleyball Invitational here on the campus of the University of South Carolina Aiken here in the Convocation Center. We are joining the 3 p.m. session already in progress. The homestanding Pacers currently hold a 15-12 lead over visiting Converse College in the opening set. You see, we'll give that kill to Scotty K. Outen. She brings the Valkyries within 2, and she will take the serve. Serve over, dug out by Leah Rogers, set by Sheila Walsh, center by India Ellison. Valkyries recover. Looks like we may have had a ball handling error over on the Converse side that will give the point to the Pacers. Maybe a double touch. Didn't quite see what the official signaled. Now Monica Cardona will have the serve for the Pacers. See the setup for Sean Hodson, dug out by the Valkyries. And the kill attempt just wide. Make that 17-13 now, Pacers in the opening set. Pacers enter the match 4-1 on the season. Valkyries 0-6 after dropping their opener here in this tournament to Lincoln Memorial. Pacers earlier this week were in action at their Peach Belt Conference opener against Lander. Took that one 3-1, took a bit of a come-from-behind effort. Lander captured the first set before the Pacers swept the last 3, including a come-from-behind effort in that 4th and final set. Lander also here, one of 7 teams at the USC Aiken Volleyball Invitational. So 7 teams, several matches spread across 2 courts. The next 2 days will be full of volleyball action here in Aiken. So we've got another 15 seconds or so of this timeout before both teams take the floor again. Pacers up 17-13. The serve will stay with Cardona. That serve just a little long and left. Point Valkyries. And we will see, looks like Julianne Carwile with the serve. Carwile's serve very nearly went long. Sneaky move by Sheila Walsh trying to get that one just right over the net. Valkyries counter with some strong net play of their own. They've been Samantha Haynes going over the top to bring the Valkyries within 2. Carwile again with the serve. Point will go to the Valkyries, as I believe we had a net touch on the Pacers side. 17-16 now. Carwile looking to keep this hot streak going at the service line. That one, though, just a little long. Will stop the brief Pacer drought. As we saw Danielle Mercer on the serve. Strong kill attempt there from Ashley Biggs. She is the team's number 2 in that category heading into this tournament. So we'll see Samantha Haynes on that serve. Score 18-17 Pacers. Looks like we'll try that one again. Walsh will set that one up for Hannah Tierney. Off the net and just trickles over for a point right in the middle of the Converse defense. So we'll see freshman Amanda Bologna with the serve. As we see Walsh and Rogers exit the floor. Looks like we may have had a net touch on the Converse side. 2017 Pacers. Opening set of this match in the 3 p.m. session. Score the kill for Ashley Biggs. And she'll head back to the service line, and she has been the Valkyries' best back there so far this season, leading the team with 10 service aces coming into this tournament. Let's see Hodson send one right down the line. Hodson shared the team lead in kills in the match against Lander on Wednesday night, also led the team in digs. The sort of rare team leading double-double for the freshman. And she will serve it up. That kill attempt just wide. Make it 22-18 in favor of the Pacers. And it looks like we'll have a timeout here. As we see the Pacer lineup out on the floor, a familiar sight, not necessarily in terms of the players who are out there, but more in terms of the class status. We just saw, a sophomore, a junior, and 4 freshmen on the floor. This is a USC Aiken volleyball team with 8 newcomers, 7 freshmen, and 1 transfer. And for Coach Glenn Cox, he still doesn't know exactly which set of 6 players will be his best. He said that in practices, the competition has been very spirited, and he knows that whichever players he has on the bench are actually playing just as well as those who are on the floor, but sometimes matchups dictate a switch. And so far, it's been quite the luxury for him. He's said that he's got a lot of weapons, and he intends to keep using them. And a lot of those weapons are very young. We see the block attempt by Allie Johnson goes out. Point over to the Valkyries. And 2 of USC Aiken's biggest contributors last year, Johnson and Ashley Diedrich, also freshmen. Diedrich sharing Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Year honors and is a preseason all-conference selection. So even though this was a team that graduated 8 players a year ago, still brought back some significant contributors and brought in some quality new talent, players who played at the club level against some of the best competition in the country. Tierney with the serve. As we'll see, that one set up just a little bit too close to the net. A couple of Valkyries go sprawling, neither one able to get to it. And now we have set point here, 24-19 Pacers. Tierney will serve for it. Serve is up and long. We'll see Katie Butler back on the serve. 6 service aces heading into this tournament for Butler. See, it's dug out by Mercer. The kill attempt for Stratton into the net. 24-21 now. Valkyries not going quietly here in the first set. Butler will maintain the serve. She sends it over. It'll be set up for Stratton again, and again into the net. So back-to-back kill attempts rejected by the net, and we're looking at a 24-22 score here in the first set. Still match point for the Pacers, but the Valkyries have fought off a few so far. This one's set up for Allie Johnson, and she puts the set away. So the Pacers able to hold off a bit of a run there from the Valkyries. They'll take the first set 25-22. All right, one set in the books here at the 3 p.m. session of the USC Aiken Volleyball Invitational. Homestanding Pacers able to take it 25-22 over Converse. So we've got a few folks in the crowd who made the trip down from Spartanburg today. Converse, I believe, celebrating its 125th anniversary this year. And also in the crowd, looks like we've got a good portion of the USC Aiken men's soccer team. And we've also got the Lander volleyball team. Has to be familiar with this gym by now, having just played here Wednesday night. And we'll play, I believe, 4 matches here over the weekend. Looks like we've got just about everybody set up to get things going here in this second set. Looks like maybe there's still some official scoring details being worked out. Well, the refs say, let's play. And we'll see Bologna back to serve for the Pacers to open up this second set. That hot shot by Katie Butler, handled by the Pacers. And that kill attempt by Hodson rejected. Valkyries out to a 1-0 lead. See a quick substitution, and we'll see Jenna Martin head back to the service line. We'll see Johnson with the kill attempt. That's blocked. Pacers with control. Hodson will go across the court. And then Hodson able to dig that one out. Stratton sends it. And that kill will go to the Valkyries. after a nice rally. Make it 2-0 to open the second set. Martin still serving. We'll see Johnson nearly sneak that one across. And score that point for Tierney. We'll see Hodson serve. Attempt blocked up front. Leave Johnson and Tierney in on the action, and the kill attempt for the Valkyries into the net. Evened up at 2. Hodson will serve it up again. That sort of high arcing soft serve of Hodson's can be, problematic for opposing teams just because they don't know exactly how to judge it and if it will even make it over the net at all. The flip side of that coin is that sometimes it doesn't, just when you play it that close. Converse, though, returning fire, a serve into the net of their own. In that case, no harm, no foul. Tierney will take it, serving it up, tied 3-3. Kill attempt by Haynes, blocked by that Pacer front line. Pacers with 17 blocks in the match earlier this week against Lander. And Tierney was leading the way up front. See the setup for Johnson. Just a light touch. Converse handled it well. Johnson again goes power this time. Dugout. That one was set up for Ellison. I don't know if she was ready for it. Still able to get it over the net. This time we'll see Stratton. Valkyries just have to try and punch that one over the net. Unable to do so. And it's now 5-3 Pacers. And Tierney's serve. Score that kill for Biggs. That one was maybe just a little too hot to handle. Ended up back there in the seats behind the court. That serve barely trickles over the line, and it's put down by Haynes. And we'll tie it up at 5. Ellison. Just able to loft that one right over the front line. Found an open spot on the floor to put the Pacers back in front and send, looks like Sheila Walsh back to serve. Just sent wide by Meg Taylor. Her kill after the Valkyries were able to convert and sort of kill off a few set points for the Pacers before USC Aiken ultimately prevailed. Pacers now back within 1. Here in set number 2, Cardona will come in and head right for the service line. Serve just barely trickles over the net. No pictures in the stat sheet, though. That still counts as a service ace. 9-9. She serves it up again. It's attempt for Biggs. Blocked at the line. And Biggs, who has had a lot of success so far at the net, not able to get that one over USC Aiken's front line. Cardona will try it again. So we'll see Hodson. That one just right in front of Jenna Brock. Make it 11-9 now, Pacers. Was Biggs, blocked again at the line, and showing a little bit of frustration there in the huddle. After converting a few kills in a row, she's just been stonewalled by that USC Aiken front line as the Pacers have taken a 12-9 lead. The volleyball action fast and furious here at the USC Aiken Volleyball Invitational. Got 2 matches going on simultaneously, one over at the upstairs sort of practice basketball court. We can see the scoreboard from here. Somebody's up 16-12. Unfortunately, we've sort of got bleachers obscuring the view, so we're not entirely sure who's playing. One team we can eliminate, though, is Lander, as they are in the seats watching this match. You see Cardona will serve it up. Carwile not able to handle it. I believe that will be 6 straight points with Cardona at the line. You see Rogers digs it out. And Hodson sends it across. We'll see Biggs again. We'll score that to Walsh. With Converse playing up close to the net, she was able to just push it over the Valkyries. Here's the setup for Rogers. Blocked in front by Haynes. So that will bring the serve streak of Monica Cardona to an end. I believe it was a streak that saw the Pacers score 7 straight points. Haynes will take over service duties for the Valkyries. The setup for Rogers right down the middle in front of a diving Crosby. So we'll see the serve now for Danielle Mercer in the libero role. A nice play by Hodson at the net. Able to just push that one down for a point. See that attempt by Butler handled for the moment anyway. Maybe a bit of miscommunication out there on the floor between Mercer and Hodson. They both just sort of ran into one another. So it's 16-11. Biggs, the service ace leader of the Valkyries now. She will not have a chance for a while to get another one. We'll give that kill to Tierney. Amanda Bologna back for the serve. We'll see, that one will go to Butler. It'll stay in play. Cardona will just try and push it across. A bit long and to the Valkyries' right. Score the point for Converse. 17-12 now here in the second set. Jenna Martin serving it up. So see the setup for Hodson. Too hot to handle for Crosby. That one ends up over the scorer's table. Just another kill in Sean Hodson's tally. Tied Taylor Stratton for the team lead with 14 on Wednesday in the win over Lander. Pacers unable to get the block there at the net. That will result in a service try for Katie Butler. See Allie Johnson. That one right off the hands of Haynes and out of play to make it 19-13. Tierney will serve. Tierney's serve just right in between two Converse players. I don't know if maybe they thought that one wouldn't get over the net. Tierney will try it again. Crosby able to handle it this time. Sent over to Haynes, but just blocked out of play. To bring the serve back to the Valkyries, 20-14. Otten with the serve. We'll see Stratton. Hammers it home for the kill. We'll see Rogers and Walsh re-enter. Bologna and Johnson off the floor for the Pacers. We also saw Otten come off for the Valkyries. I believe it was Biggs who returned. We'll see Hodson sent that one right at Martin. And I think they might get Taylor for hitting the net there. 22-14, Walsh to serve. Took a bad hop off of Haynes. Valkyries still able to turn it into a point. Coach Glenn Cox not thrilled with the way that ball was played. Referee's not hearing any of it at this point. 22-15, Carlisle with the serve. We'll see Ellison with the kill. Ellison with 8 kills in the win over Lander with a .438 hitting percentage. Looking for another kill right there, but the Valkyries able to dig it out. Biggs tries to go across court, but it's into the net. The Pacers now with set point. Will this turn out like it did in set number 1, where the Valkyries were able to fight off several set points? We will see. Cardona will try to make sure it doesn't happen, but her serve is into the net. 24-16 now. So I believe that is septuple match point. Maybe. We'll find out, possibly. Or we won't, as that service attempt by Haynes goes wide right. Give the Pacers the 25-16 win in set number 2. So Pacers now with a 2-0 lead winning the first set 25-22, and the second set 25-16. The teams will switch sides and take a brief break before coming back. The Pacers will have the chance to go for the sweep. So our match on the other court, as we peek through the bleachers, a 22-20 lead between what we'll just have to call Team A and Team B. But we've got volleyball on both courts all day long today and tomorrow. Pacers will again be in action at 7 p.m. tonight, and will play tomorrow at high noon and at 4 p.m. Converse has already played its first match here at the USC Aiken Volleyball Invitational, falling to Lincoln Memorial in, I believe, 4 sets. In their most recent match, Converse took Wofford College to the wire before losing in the 5th set. Pacers had a successful trip to Francis Marion for their season opening tournament, winning 3 of 4 matches there, and then opening their Peach Belt Conference slate with Lander on Wednesday, picking up the 3-1 win. I know Coach Cox was very excited to open up the conference schedule with a win over a team like Lander. These are 2 teams that were very evenly matched a year ago, split their regular season meetings, were separated by just a game in the regular season standings. That resulted in USC Aiken as the 3 seed and Lander the 6 in the Peach Belt Conference tournament, where Lander was able to score, by the numbers, an upset in the first round of the conference tournament, though it was far from an upset given, just how even these teams are. Ashley Diedrich of USC Aiken and Taryn Angermeyer of Lander sharing Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Year honors. Both are preseason all-conference selections, and both of those teams, for as well as they played last year, may be better this year. And so for Coach Cox to, open the way that USC Aiken did, picking up a big win at the start of conference play against a quality opponent, he said that was pretty big for the Pacers, and obviously it helped to get them at home. The Pacers will play a host of early home matches before a pretty difficult road slate in the October and November months. Of course, last year, the Pacers were able to string together an 11-match winning streak that pretty much bridged the months of September and October. Many of those were at home. So I know that bettering their road play is a goal for Coach Cox this year. As we're back underway in set number 3, we'll see Johnson with the kill, the cross-court winner. Hodson will serve it up for the Pacers. That one eventually handled by the Valkyries. We'll see the kill attempt for Tierney put it on the board. 2-0. We'll see Hodson run back to the service line. We'll see that kill attempt by Biggs. She's able to sneak that one in just in front of the end line. Make it 2-1 Valkyries. Check that, 2-1 Pacers, Valkyries to serve. And that's Katie Butler. We'll see Stratton with the kill. And we will see Ellison check back in for Mercer. 3-1 now, Tierney to serve. Go ahead and score an ace for Hannah Tierney. One major difference in today's play, and perhaps that's because it's tournament play, is after the second set, there's no 10-minute break, sort of the halftime break here. And as is sort of a tradition at USC Aiken, pizza boxes are put out on the floor and all the fans have an opportunity to serve and try to hit them. And if they do hit them, they win a free pizza. No such luck today for those in attendance. I guess if they want a pizza, they may just have to buy one. The Pacers now up 5-1. Although the serve for pizza was in play on Wednesday, and with that being sort of the home conference opener, there's a sizable crowd of students, primarily other athletes, as we saw pretty much, it seemed like both soccer teams, both basketball teams in attendance, as well as the golf team, which made for a crowded scene out there on the floor trying to win a free pizza. Bologna not able to catch up to that one. Valkyrie's able to stop the bleeding here early in the third. Make it 6-2 with Biggs back to serve. Valkyries could use a few of her service aces right now. She is the best on the team in that category. Johnson. They'll score the kill for Johnson. Valkyrie's unable to get the handle on that one. As we'll see Walsh and Rogers come in for Bologna and Johnson. See a lot of lineup juggling by Glenn Cox, as he has got a deep, talented team. As he said, he's got a lot of weapons, and he intends to keep using them. So we'll see Ellison able to sort of nick the line there for the kill. Make it 8-2 now. One name we haven't really even called today has been Ashley Diedrich, and you know that has to be a luxury as we see the kill for Auten. It has to be a luxury to not even have to call on your reigning co-freshman of the year and preseason all-conference selection. And he said that there are times where he's going to have to do that. He's going to have to tell these talented players that, you know, the matchup just doesn't favor their being out there. He may have to go to somebody with more height, somebody that plays one side of the floor a little bit better, and that matchups will dictate who's out there. But at this point in the season, he seems pretty thrilled with the product he puts out on the court. We'll see Ellison keep it alive. Walsh will set it up for Rogers. The Pacers will keep that alive. Ellison's able to get it over. Ellison keeps it alive again. Rogers now. Valkyries will try to answer. That shot goes long. Great hustle by the Pacers to keep that alive between Hodson and Walsh and Ellis, everyone getting in on the action. After that appeared to be a certain kill for the Valkyries. Pacers able to keep it alive. Score the point, make it 9-3. Katie Toman with the serve. We'll see Haynes able to sneak it over. Found a hole in the Pacer defense. She'll look to capitalize now with the serve. See the setup for Rogers. And that was Butler with the kill attempt. Walsh sends it right over the top. Make it 10-4, Mercer to serve. That combo of Tierney and Rogers not letting anything happen at the net. Tierney with a block early, Rogers with the capper. As that block lands right on the line for a point. 11-4 now. Mercer sends it over. Here comes Butler. Just right in between Tierney and Rogers. Score that one to Katie Butler. Otten now to serve. Which is an all-tournament selection in the Valkyries season opening tournament at Carson Newman. Second straight year that Valkyries have had one of their young talented players earn all-tournament honors to open the season. That serve attempt goes long, though. We'll see Bologna serve it up now for the Pacers. We'll see Butler again with a kill. Ball was kept alive momentarily, even as it flew out of play. Glenn Cox able to pop it back up for one more try, but nothing doing on the sideline. Serve now looks like it'll belong to Jenna Martin. So we'll see Johnson right off the hands in front. Very nearly dug out by Biggs, but came up just a little bit short. Hodson will serve it. We'll see Johnson now. Crosby able to dig it out, and that's Martin, or check that, that's Butler. Pacers playing hot potato around the net. Score that one to the Valkyries, make it 13-7 here in the third set. Pacers taking the first 25-22 and the second 25-16, looking for the sweep here in the third. We'll see Stratton send that across. Crosby able to get it out. Haynes just long. Going for that back corner. Tierney now serving with a 7-point advantage. Now we'll see Haynes or not. We had a Valkyrie maybe make contact with the net running by. So give that point to the Pacers. Tierney's next serve, just sort of dug out of there by Haynes, but Johnson just hammers it home. We'll take a moment for a little floor maintenance. If we've gotten the good to go, but not before we take a quick timeout. Like that one called over there on the Converse side of the floor. 16-7 here in the third set, with the Pacers looking to get the sweep in their first match of the USC Aiken Volleyball Invitational. Converse off to an 0-1 start, having dropped a 4-setter to Lincoln Memorial earlier this afternoon. This is just the second wave of games. We will be bringing you volleyball action all day today and all day tomorrow. It's like the Lander team has either seen enough or they have a match to get to, as they've departed their seats, are heading across to one of the other gyms maybe to get a little bit of practice in. Lander and USC Aiken obviously will not be playing one another this weekend, after having played on Wednesday. That serve attempt by Tierney into the net. It's like Biggs serving it up for the Valkyries. Ellison again with a deft touch at the net. Again, we see that substitution tandem of Walsh and Rogers coming in for Bologna and Johnson. Walsh fresh in will serve. See the attempt by Haynes. And now Rogers right on the line. 18-8 now, Pacers. Sheila Walsh will stay at the service line. That serve, maybe a difficult one to handle. Pacers just taking a spill in front of the net. Hodson digs it out. Stratton played that from what looked like in front of the net. We press on. Haynes, no. Rogers, just long. So after a long rally, that point to the Valkyries. And we'll make it 18-9. Looks like it'll be Carwile with the serve. That serve very nearly on the line for an ace. Instead, just long. So we'll see Toman check back in for Stratton. She'll head back to serve. We'll see that attempt by Biggs, blocked by Ellison. And Haynes blocked by Ellison too. Ellison wants another. Instead, Toman digs it out. Now we'll see Hodson into the net. Now Ellison dug out by Crosby. Haynes will try. Off the net and good. They get 19-10 now. Haynes back to serve. See Rogers. One's dug out. Well, that kill will go, looks like to Katie Butler. So we'll make it now 19-11. Haynes will keep the serve. So we'll see Ellison able to work that left side right in front of Carwile. We'll send the serve over to Danielle Mercer. Mercer serving with a 20-11 lead. Valkyries just send that one over. So we'll see Rogers. Crosby sends it back over. We'll try Tierney now. Valkyries hanging tough. Maybe that one with contact, maybe a double hit there, contacted too many times. So that long point goes to the Pacers, make it 21-11. That one will be set up. Otten goes around the antenna. Set up just a little wide. That was all she could do to avoid hitting it. 22-11. Mercer. Score the ace to Mercer. That one just barely cleared the net. Took a funny hop off of Biggs. Mercer will try it again. This time Biggs watches it sail wide. 23-12 Pacers, Otten to the line. Otten came into the weekend hitting .304. Her 38 kills led the team. Very nearly the service ace there. Hodson able to dig it out. So we see Biggs with the kill attempt blocked by Tierney. Pacers now with match point. And they've actually got a lot of them. I believe that's 11 match points now with a 24-12 lead. Bologna will serve it up potentially for the win. Pacers looking for the sweep. That one was sent across by Martin. Johnson, give her the kill off the hands of Crosby. 25-12 is your score in the third set. Pacers earn the sweep. 25-22, 25-16, 25-12. Pacers defeat Converse to open up their portion of the USC Aiken Volleyball Invitational. Again, this is just the second wave of several today, and then we have many more tomorrow. Pacers will next play at 7 p.m. Again, that final, Pacers take the first set 25-22, second set 25-16, third set 25-12. And with that, we will sign off. And as always, we thank you for listening.